You might be watching this because you're trying to make a change for the better, and that's awesome. But sometimes, it feels like we've been putting off our health and fitness goals for far too long. We all have our reasons for waiting, but at some point it's time to stop making excuses and start making progress. If you're looking to get started on your health and fitness journey, but feel like you've been putting it off for too long, don't worry. You're not alone. We all wish we had started sooner, but that doesn't change the fact that the future is now. And there's no time like the present to get started on the healthy habits you wish you had started sooner. In this video, we'll share some tips for how to get started on your health and fitness journey, no matter how long you've been putting it off. Let's start 2023 fresh. Number 1. Eating breakfast. You know that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but you've been putting it off for too long. You promise yourself that tomorrow, you'll wake up earlier and have a nutritious breakfast, but somehow, the day always seems to get away from you. You tell yourself that you'll start eating breakfast tomorrow, and then the next day, and the next. But you never do. What's holding you back? Maybe it's because you don't have enough time in the morning, or maybe you don't know how to cook healthy breakfast foods. But whatever the reason, it's time to stop making excuses and start eating breakfast. There are plenty of healthy breakfast options that are quick and easy to prepare. You can try oatmeal with fruit, yogurt with granola, eggs with toast, or a simple smoothie. Just pick something that works for you and make it a habit to eat breakfast every day. You'll feel better and have more energy for the rest of the day. Number 2. Working out first thing in the morning. You know that working out is good for you, but it's hard to find the time to do it. You always tell yourself that you'll start tomorrow, or next week, or after your vacation. But the truth is, you're never going to find the time if you don't make the time. The best way to make sure you work out is to do it first thing in the morning. That way, you don't have any excuse not to do it. And if you can get into the habit of working out every morning, you'll be more likely to stick with it in the long run. Number 3. Meal prepping. Imagine if you had started meal prepping years ago. How would you look and feel now? You would probably be fit and healthy, with a great body to show for it. Prepping your meals ahead of time is one of the smartest things you can do for your health. It's not as hard as it seems, and once you get into the habit, it will become second nature. The best way to start is by preparing 1 or 2 meals on the weekends, and then gradually increasing the number of meals as you get more comfortable. Before you know it, you'll be prepping all of your meals for the week and enjoying the benefits that come with it. Number 4. Staying hydrated throughout the day. You know that feeling when you're parched and your mouth is so dry, it feels like you've been chewing on cotton balls. That's how you know you need to drink more water. Dehydration can lead to all sorts of problems, like headaches, fatigue, and even constipation. The good news is, it's easy to stay hydrated if you make it a habit to drink water throughout the day. I know you're probably thinking, but I don't have time to stop and drink water every hour. And I get that. But if you make a point of filling up your water bottle in the morning, you can sip on it throughout the day. It's a lot easier than chugging down a whole glass of water at once. Number 5. Checking in with your mental health daily. You might not realize it, but checking in with your mental health daily is one of the healthiest habits you can develop. Just like you would check in with your physical health by going to the doctor or taking your pulse, you should also be checking in with your mental health. There are a lot of different ways to do this, but one of the easiest is to simply take some time each day to relax and reflect. You can do this by yourself or with a friend, and it can be as simple as sitting in silence for 10 minutes or writing in a journal. The important thing is that you're taking the time to check in with yourself and acknowledging that your mental health is just as important as your physical health. And if you find that you're struggling, don't be afraid to ask for help. Number 6. Going to bed at a reasonable time. You've probably heard that You should be going to bed at a reasonable time if you want to be healthy. But like most things, it's easier said than done. We get so wrapped up in our day-to-day lives that we don't make the time for ourselves. But here's the thing. If you want to be healthy, you have to make sleep a priority. And that means going to bed at a reasonable time. I know, easier said than done. But it's worth it. When you get a good night's sleep, you're more alert and productive during the day. You have more energy, and you're less likely to get sick. Not to mention, you'll look better and younger when you get enough sleep. So how can you make this happen? It starts with making a plan. Figure out what time you need to go to bed in order to get the amount of sleep you need, and then work backwards from there. And if that means saying no to some social engagements, so be it. Your health is more important. Let's get started. You're never too old to start developing healthy habits. It's never too late to make a change in your life and start taking care of yourself. Developing these healthy habits can help improve your overall health and well-being. So what are you waiting for? Start making changes today.